Is that glitter in my eyebrow? Okay. Hi guys, I'm Jazz, and on this episode of Feeling It, we're going to be looking at how you can create a physical and mental oasis that will help you study well and stay well. So there are three main parts to your oasis: stress, study, and sleep. When they're all working in harmony together, you're in the best possible position to achieve what you want for yourself. I'm going to tell you how to hack each one so that your oasis is ready and thriving. Let's start with stress.
I definitely have felt a bit stressed this year, just keeping on top of all my assignments and handing things in on time.
Some things that make me feel stressed are the future.
If you do have an issue and you can't do anything about it, well then there's no need to stress because it's going to happen anyway.
The best way to deal with it is just reaching out. I just found that having a supportive group and making sure that you can be supportive for other people as well has been one of the most important things.
It seems like we're always hearing about the negative impacts of stress on our health, but stress tends to only have those impacts if we perceive it negatively, like as a sign we're not coping. In other words, if we get stressed about being stressed. Instead of thinking about stress as something negative that makes us feel terrible and is bad for our health, we can reframe it as something positive that's actually helping us. Stress in itself isn't bad at all. It exists to energize our bodies to take on a challenge. Breathing fast? That's getting oxygen to your brain. Heart pumping? That's getting your body ready for action. Imagine stress as your own personal DJ, pumping your favorite song to get you hyped up for whatever challenge you're facing. DJ stress energizes you, makes you want to get out there with friends, and gets your body ready to do what it needs to. But just like with other emotions, you don't want to feel stressed all the time. Like when you're trying to relax or sleep, you'd probably want your DJ to turn it down. So with stress, it's all about working with it when it's there to help us and managing it when we need to chill out. This brings us to the next part of your oasis: study.
This is my study space. I've got the books I've been studying this year and a water bottle and a lamp just in case I'm studying at night.
Basically, I've just filed away all the work that I've completed with my teachers already, and so I'm ready to start revision for end of year exams.
And I like to just play around with stuff in my hands whenever I have a mental blank or if I'm zoning out in class.
Studying for exams and assessments can feel overwhelming at the best of times, but let's look at how we can make our study routine part of our oasis. In our self-care episode, we spoke about how doing small things regularly makes a big impact over time. The same thing applies to study. It's so much better to study in small amounts every day than cramming for hours at a time. I'm going to introduce you to the magic number. Remember the number 25? And you'll be sweet. Here's how it works. Study for 25 minutes, then stop. Take 5 minutes and move your body or get a drink. Then do another 25 minutes. After you've been going for 2 hours, take a longer break. Go for a walk, make lunch, call a mate, whatever. The breaks refresh your brain for another round and help save the information you've covered. Your brain also retains information better if you change focus regularly. So take your 25-minute blocks and change subjects or study areas after each one. So we've spoken about stress and study, and now the final part of your oasis is sleep. Getting a good night's sleep is actually the best thing you can do to influence your study. Getting a solid 8 hours before a study session gets your brain ready to take in new information. Getting 8 after a study session is like pressing save on the day's work. This means that cramming through the night is equivalent to writing an essay and not saving it. Sometimes you might find that getting to sleep is difficult if thoughts or worries about going to school are keeping you up. That's totally normal. Just because it's better to get 8 hours of sleep doesn't mean you should worry if you can't doze off. Worrying about not sleeping can stop you from sleeping. Not helpful. If you find yourself in this situation, mindfulness is your friend. Simply focus your attention on your senses. How does the pillow feel against your face? Listen to your breathing. The aim of this is not to go to sleep, but to calm your nervous system, which is a step in the right direction. So those are the three parts of your oasis: stress, study, and sleep, all working together to support your brain to perform at its peak. See you next time.